welcome back. We've been gone for quite some time. But college basketball, middle of NBA. Davies, how you been?
Man, been doing well. You know, excited for the new season upcoming. Sorry, we slacked off to end the year, but we're back better than ever.
Absolutely. Life happens. Kind of had to deal with some things. Didn't have much time to come back, but we're looking to kind of make some time throughout our weeks. So try to get at least one of these up a week. If we can find some time to make it two, I mean that'll be very rare. But right now we're kind of just looking at it. So if you want to see more of us, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, so we can stay on top of it and make some more time for you guys. Um, but yeah, a lot has happened just in life and in the sports world. I mean, if you can't tell, I mean, I see you guys could probably see the national. Yep, that's right, my Florida Gators.
Everybody put booze in the chat.
Nah,
Put stuff in the chat.
nah. Florida Gators pulled it out on the basketball side of things. It's got all the scores on the back. Pretty sick shirt. Crazy ride for March Madness, I will say. First game was the one that I didn't really have worries about. Then every other game after that, I was on the edge of my seat thinking this is going to be the last one. Maybe besides the Auburn game. The Auburn game was pretty good. But yeah, a lot of people didn't think that they could do it. I believed. Tavius slightly he knew. He knew.
So let's go ahead and be clear. They are a one seed. I'm pretty sure they were favored to win the tournament. So let's not act like it was a long shot. Y'all were a one seed. Let's be real.
It's because we're a one seed. We weren't favored to win the whole thing.
You were top four.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they make it.
Okay.
But no,
All
it
I'm
was.
saying is,
Go ahead.
now I didn't make a bracket because I gave up sports for Lent, but I told a few people because people ask me for my insight. I know a lot of things. Y'all need to pick Houston to win, and I told people to pick Florida and make it to the Final Four, and then lo and behold, Houston had a chance to win it.
You know what makes me so upset? Makes me so upset. Out of all the years that our friend group does a bracket, every single year we've done money. Every single year. The one year we don't do money, I win it all. And I have a great bracket.
Blame the commissioner. I don't. I hey,
Crazy.
blame the commissioner.
Crazy. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. If my team gets the national championship, I don't care if I get money through my buddies. Bragging rights is all I
Chat,
need.
you heard it here first. Ain't no only happy when he wins and profits off Florida. That's the only time he's happy. You heard it here
Not true.
first.
Not true. But nah, it was something that I didn't think I would ever see in my lifetime. But I'm glad that I could see it. I take that back again in my lifetime because they did win in '06 and was '07 '08.
See, chat, he doesn't
I think
even
it was
know
7
when
'08.
his teams win.
But
It's
but
crazy.
hey, you know, '08 was the year that basketball and football won it in the same year. Only school to do it in history. Can they do it again? We'll get into that later. But um, but yeah, no, happy to be back. It's just something that me and Tavius are really passionate about of sports. Obviously, if you follow along with us since day one, if you watch it during your lunch at work or whatever, shout out Tanner. I heard he watches it whenever he's at work, so got to shout out him out. But no, I mean this is just I know this is something that me and Tavius like to do. Uh, I mean we live in different parts of the U.S. now, so I mean it's not too far away, but it's far enough. So it's just something that we can continue to talk about and just have fun with. So glad to be back. Glad to talk some more sports. Tavius, anything you got before we hop in?
I think y'all are about to witness the greatest run of predictions in sports to have ever graced the internet.
Just to recap too, last year Tavius did call Vandy taking down number one Alabama last year. If you don't believe me, go to our TikTok. We have it clipped on there. Go to our previous episodes and watch those. But he did.
And we might preview, he may have done it again. He may have done it again. But stay tuned.
Yeah. But things that we got going on now, I mean, let's see. NBA championship was Celtics, right? No. OKC. That was 2 years ago. OKC.
And
I,
we're not off to a good
I've
start.
slept. Hey, I slept since then, and Florida won, so I didn't care about the NBA at that point. No, so OKC did. Shea won MVP, and they got the finals. Any thoughts about last season?
I think I don't know. I just feel like the NBA is not as popular as it once was. I think the glory days were like 2016 to like pandemic. Ever since, it's not the same. But I will say I'm excited for this next year. I think it's kind of like the last year of like quality basketball from all the people we grew up watching in high school.
Absolutely.
KD, Harden, LeBron,
Stuff.
Steph,
Yeah.
Kawhi. It's all coming to an end. So we need to enjoy this before it's gone. And then we got these TikTokers and young kids just running the league. So
Yeah.
I'm actually excited for this upcoming.
Do got a question for you. So with Dallas trading off Luca and then getting the number one pick, Cooper Flag, you think his game translates from college to NF or NBA immediately, or do you think it takes some time?
I think for the most part, I mean, there's obviously always a learning curve, but I think Dallas are serious contenders
Really?
to go to the finals, 100%.
Just like that? Just adding him, that you think that they can go all the way?
I mean, they didn't just add him. They have
Well,
Anthony Davis.
yeah, but they added him with the number one pick, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah.
So you think even without him, they would be
I
contenders?
think without him, they're a top 8 playoff team, win 1 or 2 series. With him, if his game translates and he can improve and get comfortable and play the basketball we saw him play at Duke, they're world champs potential.
Interesting. Well, I am interested for the NBA to get back rolling, kind of getting close to them getting back onto the court. Second year, well, actually first full year of Luka being with the Lakers, and then they just got some pieces on the defensive end, so kind of just seeing how they're gonna roll. Bulls doing whatever they're doing. Pacers over here in Indy finished the year pretty strong. Kind of, I want to see how they bounce back from that. Obviously, Tyrese with his injury, don't know if he'll be ready right away, but
Well, he's not playing until like the playoffs.
oh, that's right. I didn't know how long it was going to take him.
He snapped his Achilles in half. That's at least
Yeah,
9
but
weeks.
so did some football players, and they hopped right back in not too long.
Like who?
Aaron Rodgers, he was walking with like half the time
He's a
that normal
quarter,
people do.
He's a quarterback. Did he come back and play that year? No.
He said he could have.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I could have $1 million.
Well, yeah, how?
Exactly. I could. I could walk outside, falls from the sky.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, we'll just kind of see if they can put a year back together and get back to the finals, or at least be contenders again. But enough of that. Anything about your MLB? I know you and your Astros.
It's hard being right about a lot of things, but we're back, and today is September 2nd. We got 25 to 30 games left. I'm calling it right now. Astros are winning it all this year. I know we've been struggling the last month, but let us, settle down. Pitching comes back down to normal. We get Josh Hader back, and we can start putting some barrels to the ball. Y'all need to watch out for us. All right, this dynasty isn't over yet. It's not over. We're inevitable.
Well, hate to tell you this, but my Cardinals are winning it all. Psych, they're not even 500. So got a lot of work to do if they want to do that, but I don't know if they're ever going to do that. At least not this year.
Y'all
You
had your
gotta,
glory days for 2 years.
yeah,
That's it. Y'all wish y'all were the Astros and built a dynasty. Multiple championships, consecutive conference final runs. Doesn't get better.
yeah. I don't think. Well, the Cardinals haven't been back since 2011, and won. So it's been a while. But now to something that's going on right now. I don't follow it as much, but Tavius tennis.
Yeah, we got the U.S. Open right now. Unfortunately, my top two favorite guys, Big Foe, Francis Tiafoe, and Ben Shelton, the two young Americans, both exited early. Um, Ben Shelton's been playing well, so I was really surprised with that. Tiafoe's been struggling all year. Not really surprised, just hoping for the best for them. But our last American hope is Mr. Fritz, aka what Aiden likes to call him, Mr. Frisky. He's right now
Never called him out.
losing to Novak.
5-3.
Yeah, so hopefully, he can come back. At least give Americans hope that we can get an American champion at the U.S. Open since Andy Roddick. So we'll see.
How long ago has that, or how long has that been since a U.S. player has won it?
Man, I might need a fact check here, but I think 2002.
Oh, wow.
2002, 2004. Let's do a quick Google search.
Right now,
American.
while you're looking at that, just a little score update. Fritz is 40-15 ahead, so he can try to get this point to. That would make it what, 5-4, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, but yeah, hopefully he can pull it off. Did you find how long? If it was actually 2002?
2003.
2003? All right.
Taylor Fritz almost won it last year. He lost in the final.
Well, hopefully he can make it back there. He's got some fighting to do right now, but hey, we'll see. This goes on for what, another 2 weeks? Or is it next week that it's in?
Not this. It ends this week. I believe they're quarterfinals right now. So it'll be this weekend. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, I don't know if I touched on this last season of the podcast, but I have a new love for a sport. I used to be in love with NASCAR. Big Jeff Gordon fan, Jimmy Johnson fan, Hendrick Motorsports fan. Ever since they redid their layout with like the stages and stuff and the points and stuff, I just haven't watched it as much. But then I came across this Netflix series, Drive to Survive. So now I am intrigued with F1, and I've been following it all season. Tavius is also a little bit of an F1 fan. He's a McLaren boy.
Yeah.
I do like Max Verstappen on the Red Bull side. I also do like McLarens. I don't really have a team right now, but my favorite driver as of right now is Max Verstappen. And then the news coming in with 2026, we have Audi, however you want to say it. They're taking over Kick Sauber, and Cadillac is coming into the F1 world. Funny enough, their headquarters for their team is in Fishers, Indiana, not too far from where I'm at. They also just released the two drivers, Perez and is it Vettel or something like that? I can't remember his last name. I know Vettel, sorry if I'm butchering that, but he's a reserve driver right now for Mercedes. And then Sergio Perez, he was a driver for Red Bull. He was teammates with Max, and so he's coming back and hoping to bring a championship to Cadillac. But next year, with all the new cars, new everything, a lot of the drivers aren't happy because of how slow they are, and the layouts of them. No more DRS, so next year should be an interesting year to kind of see how the drivers react and get comfortable with the cars and see just how they can maneuver them and get the best time out of them. Obviously, whenever they change the cars, it's going to take a while for them to get used to them and then get them back up to speed with all the upgrades and stuff. So, pretty interesting. Or pretty fun. A lot of new stuff coming for F1. If you're not caught up with it or pay attention that much, right now the McLarens are running away with the season. They have 1 and 2, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, and they are winning the Constructors' Championship by a landslide. But yeah, me and Tavius were talking about it a little bit before we hopped on. What was the breaking news that you said about probably 11 hours now?
Max admitting he's cooked, he's washed.
Which I don't agree. I think he's saying that because, well, one, if you know Max, he doesn't like the media at all. Like, he just doesn't. He doesn't like talking to him. He doesn't like dealing with them. He counts or he says whatever he wants to say, especially if they ask dumb questions. So I think he's just saying that just because there is a possibility, right? If he's pushing the car that he has right now to the absolute limit, and he's currently third in the championship, in the Drivers' Championship, which is crazy. Because then his teammate, Yuki, has maybe scored a combined 5 points this year. And Max is he's the only one that's keeping Red Bull in the chase a little bit, and himself. So, I don't know. We'll see. I know that for sure he'll be with Red Bull next year. After that, he could be going to Mercedes.
I don't know.
Might do better than Lewis.
Never. My thing is, you mentioned the new cars. The drivers don't like them because they're slower. What's the whole point of making new cars that are slower?
Right, and there's the length of the car and the width of the car is also shorter. So,
wouldn't that make it faster?
No, apparently not. Charles Leclerc was not happy because they obviously they're building the cars for next year. And during their break, I think they tested them, and Charles was not happy. He was like, "This car is slow." He goes, this is and they do it on the simulator, but obviously the simulator. But yeah, they're not happy with him.
Charles is a crybaby diva. He's gonna say that kind of stuff.
How so?
What do you mean, how so?
How is he crybaby diva?
His name is Charles Leclerc. He has a thing for the fanatics. I don't know. But I just, after, the little stuff I've watched of F1, Charles isn't my vibe. I don't know.
I don't mind Charles. I don't mind him because he's not scared to back down, or he's not scared to go toe to toe with any driver. That's something that I like. Where I like Lando, don't get me wrong. I love Lando. He's a great guy, a great racer. But there's sometimes that he will say things that are just why are you complaining about it? Why don't you just race? He can, and he showed that he can. But if you watch how he races and you watch how Oscar Piastri races, completely different. Oscar will put himself in more risky situations whenever it comes to racing other drivers, even racing Lando. Where Lando will kind of put himself in those, but I think he thinks about it too much to where he either bails or he messes up. I can't remember what race it was earlier this season, but he was trying to race Oscar, and he went on the outside and lost a little bit of control and hit the wall, and he took himself out the race. Where instead, he could have went to the inside or something, a little more aggressive instead of kind of just, on the line. But I think... I mean, watching the documentary, Lando said that he's going to be himself regardless of what happens. So I mean, he's a nice guy, and like I said, I love him. But he also tends to say some drivers are a little reckless and they're going to get other people hurt, and it's I agree to some extent. If you're not that aggressive either, then you're also putting yourself in danger. It's a fast sport. A lot of people have gotten injured in this sport, but I mean, that's kind of what you're signing up for whenever you're going over 200 miles an hour and taking a turn at 180, right? So I don't know. We'll see. There's I think this weekend was 15, so we got less than half the season left. Um, Maybe we take a trip out to a race and do a race weekend out there. We'll have to see.
I think Chat wants to see me in the car. Vroom,
Hey,
vroom.
hey, that car will be going so slow, you guys won't even want to watch.
Fine, slow.
So slow. You know that I'm a faster driver than you. It's all right.
Yeah, okay.
You see, you can't say anything.
Guys,
We went to K1, and who was last?
we went to K1 in college, and I just got my license.
Still slow.
I'm a professional driver now. You don't want to see me out there.
You're a professional chauffeur.
Driver. Now, what do you think a chauffeur does? Drives.
You can be a professional driver. I'm a self-proclaimed amateur race car driver. So,
Yeah.
racing.
Self-proclaimed, Chad. Hey,
Just
I
saying.
get
Hey,
paid.
we got go karts out here. Come on out here, and I'll cook you. Let's go.
Yeah, those are Indiana go karts. They
They're
probably
indoor.
got them from the '80s. They haven't upgraded them in a while.
Where do you want to go? We'll settle this.
To the best go karts in the land.
Okay, we'll have to find it, and we'll have to go. We'll have to hook it up. Maybe purchase some GoPros and document it.
The best go karts in America are in Rentham, Massachusetts. The world's largest multi-level indoor go kart track.
All right, write it down. We'll have to book it.
Ooh, there's actually a place in Indiana called Fast Times.
Hey,
You've never even heard of Fast Times.
you're right. I haven't. I've only gone to one go karting place here in Indy, so we'll have to make it happen. I mean,
It
guys,
looks pretty cool.
I don't know why Tavius does this all the time. He likes to talk smack. He likes to say that he's better than me at things, but then I have to prove him wrong consistently. Last time he was out in Indy, he said he was better than me at college football. He said that he was better than me at what was it, COD, and I beat him. I had to shut him up. It was crazy.
Let's go ahead and add context. See, this is what Aiden doesn't like doing. He doesn't like adding context.
Hey, a win's a win. I don't know what context are you talking about.
Hey, newsflash. I don't play video games anymore. I don't even own a console. And Aiden only beat me by 1 point in college football.
You threw it right to my D end.
You beat me by 1 point. I don't play.
A win's a win. I don't. And you were talking all the smack that you were like, "Oh, I don't need to play to beat you." Well, sounds like you do.
I could have tied it up and we could have kept playing. But, you risk it for the biscuit.
So it's just another thing that we're gonna have to settle, and I'm gonna have to beat him, and then he's gonna come up with some sort of context or excuse on why. So, I mean, he can't beat me at golf. I mean, we've already proved that.
My time's coming. You've been playing golf longer than I. Let me get some
Barely.
running. Not barely. What?
Yeah, we kind of picked it up around the same time. I started maybe a little earlier.
How many golf clubs you got, Aiden? Just curious.
Okay, I work at Dick's
No,
Park.
no, 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 no. How many golf clubs you got?
I got a full set.
How many is that? For those that aren't experienced in golf terms.
More than 10.
Okay. Ask me how many clubs I got.
Well, you got a 9-piece set, so it's less than 9.
I got
Probably,
seven
what,
clubs.
7?
This dude's got 12, 13 clubs. He just has more options than me.
Doesn't
I have
mean
to work with
anything.
what I got.
Doesn't
If I
mean
had a full
anything.
set, I would beat you 100%.
Well, another thing we're just gonna have to settle, I guess.
We wouldn't have to. You just didn't talk crap and just say you're better than me at everything.
Me, I'm not me. Crazy.
I'm just out here trying to enjoy life, hit a couple golf balls, enjoy the weather, drink a couple brewskis. And this guy Aiden wants to be competitive. Oh, I bet you won't beat me.
That sounds like me, guys.
It really does. Chat knows. Um,
Whatever. All right. Anything else you want to touch on before we move on to?
hey, yo.
That's crazy.
Um, let's see. We talked baseball. I mean, hockey, real quick. I called it. Montreal would make the playoffs. Everyone was like, haha, you'll be last. We made the playoffs. Watch out for us this upcoming year. Stanley Cup incoming. First Canadian team to win it since when? 1993, since we won it. It's coming.
1993.
The last time a Canadian team won the cup. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. I do hope that they, are fighting for it. Meanwhile, in other news in hockey, my team that I just started liking as they came into the NHL world, even though they just piggybacked or they moved. The Utah Hockey Club is now the Utah Mammoths. Their logo is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to grab me I have to get two shirts or at least one shirt of the hockey club, so that way I can get it whenever I liked them and then whenever they started, and now they're uploaded or updated logo, and gotta represent.
Don't y'all think it's funny? Aiden doesn't like getting jerseys or sweaters or he just likes getting t-shirts.
I like sweatshirts. Let's correct that. But
No,
I'm
I didn't
also
say sweatshirts. I said sweaters.
no. I said I like sweatshirts.
No, 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 no.
Not. I know a sweater. I know what a
Pull,
sweater is.
pull 3 sweatshirts of any team you like, and I'll be
3 of
quiet.
them.
3.
Hey, why you gotta let me do? Why do you gotta do this? You know I have more than 3 Florida sweatshirts.
Pull 3 sweatshirts, and I'll
All right,
stop
all right,
talking.
all right.
It's just funny, chat. Yeah, I just got them to do this for y'all, so you're welcome. A quick intermission. Yeah, Montreal's we're gonna shock some people. I think if we don't make the playoffs, that's a disappointment. But I think with the young talent we got, some veteran presence now that we got that experience of playing that playoff hockey with this young group, I think we're gonna cause some trouble. If we start off good, because we had a late surge, kind of why we got in. But if we start consistently, that's what we need.
What are you saying?
I was just talking to him about Montreal.
All right, ready? 1.
That's a long sleeve T-shirt. That's a hoodie, so not a sweatshirt.
What
It's
do
not a
you
sweatshirt.
classify as a sweatshirt? A crew neck?
Sure, that's a sweatshirt.
No, this is a sweatshirt.
That's a hoodie.
Google sweatshirt right now. What pops up? What you're wearing is a sweatshirt.
Literally, this is what popped up. This is not a sweatshirt. Go ahead, chat. You put up in the comments what y'all think.
Nah, what?
Do you want me to
can't
share my
tell me.
screen?
Yeah, share it. Because I just did the same thing. And crew necks and sweatshirts, hoodies popped up. So, 1 for y'all. So I can prove myself right.
All right, y'all can see my screen. These first 3 are sweatshirts.
What'd you do? Yeah, what'd you do? Clear. Oh, what's that next to it?
It says
Sweatshirts.
hoodie. What are we talking about? It literally says hoodie. These are sweatshirts. See
That
sweatshirt?
says crew
See
neck.
these 3.
That says crew neck.
Crew neck sweatshirt. What is
Hoodie sweatshirt. What are you talking about?
Where does it say hoodie sweatshirt?
Oh my goodness.
Where does it say hoodie sweatshirt? Tell me.
Stop sharing.
Look,
Stop sharing.
this is the problem Aiden has. Is he likes to say Tavius always tries to do this and that, but when I go out and prove him wrong, he can't admit it. He's just so stubborn.
Ready? I just searched it. I did not change anything. Ready? You see this? Look, sweatshirt.
Doesn't say sweatshirt.
Hoodie sweatshirt. Do you do here? Hoodie sweatshirt, comma. Told you.
Okay, sure, that can be a sweatshirt, but you
Hooded
see that kind of
sweatshirt.
look.
Hooded
Sure.
logo sweatshirt.
But
Wow.
those are all thick. That's the point I'm trying to make too. They're thick. The thing you just pulled up is not thick.
So now it has to be thick.
I mean, I don't know how you found those when I just proved I was right. So I don't know what search you
I
was
just,
doing.
all I did was look up sweatshirt. I told you. That's all I did.
No, you looked up sweatshirts, and I think that's what it was. That's a completely different thing. A sweatshirt. That's what really what I googled.
All right, well, here. Okay?
Another hoodie.
It's thicker. It's a hooded sweatshirt. So that's 2.
That's 1.
3,
So you're just bringing up all hoodies, dude.
they're hooded sweatshirts.
This.
And 4, and do I need to get all my Gator hoodies and sweatshirts? Sweatshirted hoodies?
You just said hoodies
Hoodie
and
sweatshirts?
sweatshirts. You just showed
Same
all
thing.
hoodies.
Same thing.
No, not it's the same thing.
Same thing. It is the same thing. A sweatshirt and a hoodie are the same thing.
This guy.
So, never mind. I'm not even gonna. We're going off on weight. This ain't nothing. That had nothing to do with sports.
Put a 1 for Tavius was right and a 2 for Aiden was right. Let's see who. Let's leave it up to chat. We might even do an Insta poll and ask Insta, and we'll see who's right. And when we talk next week, we'll settle.
We'll have to go through the results. But if somebody says I'm gonna grab a sweatshirt, that's what they're getting.
I'm expecting no hood.
I'm expecting hood
If I want a hood, I'd ask for a hood.
or a sweatshirt. I don't think I've ever heard a crew neck be called a sweatshirt before. That's
Even
just
though
me.
we just saw a crew neck sweatshirt.
And we also saw hooded sweatshirt.
There's nothing there.
Whatever. But I would like to get a hockey sweater because those are pretty sick. The way that they make those, those are nice.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
It's a good one. All right, let's start talking football.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
the people want to hear.
Start off with NFL since this is week 1. We've had college week 1 last week, so we'll finish off the podcast with college football. But let's go ahead and start with NFL. Got a lot of moving parts throughout the NFL. A lot of people you may not have realized they moved and they're on a new team. Like one that was a shocker to me was Cooper Kupp, no longer on the Rams. He's on the Seahawks. We got Tyler Lockett on the Titans. There's a lot of people on the Titans. They have a lot of wide receivers that are kind of going over there. I know Ridley went last year, or is this his first year too?
It's his second year.
Second year. Von Jefferson, he's over there. I think he's coming from the Rams. Devontae Adams is on the Rams. Who else? Joey Bosa is on the Bills. Micah Parsons is the most recent.
Recently traded to the Packers.
Yep. How do you feel about that? Do you think there's more stuff coming out about like that whole situation? Jerry Jones talking with him, having a handshake deal, and then Jerry recently came out on Irving's podcast and saying that Micah Parsons' agent basically just said to take your contract and shove it. So I don't know if you heard that yet, but
I mean, it's an old guy with a team that's stubborn, and a young player that's stubborn. Stubborn camp. 2 stubborn camps, they're not going to get along.
yeah.
I know a lot of Cowboys fans are just counting down the days till Jerry Jones is done, but I kind of have to agree with them. Like, they're not going to win until there's a new regime in town.
Yeah, I just looking back at Jerry's like history with his players. Like he did it with Dak, he did it with Zeke, he did it with CD. Like it's kind of just what he does. He kind of sees how bad do you want it, how bad are you gonna wait to see, and then it seemed like he kind of had everything worked out with Micah, and then it didn't end up being that way at the end. Because I guess Micah and Jerry talked and they were on good terms, but he didn't talk to his agent, and then his agent got involved, and then it kind of just went in different directions. And then once they heard that he wasn't happy and he wanted a trade, then teams started sending their trade offers, and the Cowboys they didn't want to listen to it, and then as soon as they did, Boom, Packers. There you go. There's a new documentary. I think it's on Netflix about Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys and stuff. And I heard that it's pretty good to kind of just talk about how he rose or he helped the NFL grow one, and then helped the Dallas Cowboys go and build their fame. But everybody's kind of saying the same thing. Like he's always been that way. He hasn't changed. So it's kind of interesting because I definitely thought that they were going to find something some point equal grounds and agree on something. But as I get more and more information, like they didn't talk. So it was just a bad. Ended up being bad, and they both of them had to part ways. I know the Packers fans are really happy about it. I mean, shoot, I would be too if I had Micah Parsons on mine.
I'm calling right now. Packers ain't winning. I'm calling it right now.
Ain't winning what?
The Super Bowl. They're not winning.
Okay. You think they're making it far in the playoffs?
Nope.
You think they're making the playoffs?
Not past the second round.
Yeah. It's. I have to see them play at least the week one. I have to see how they.
We all do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying because the way they have Golden now, and that's like the first receiver that they drafted since. Sheesh, I don't even know when, but it's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
And already saying that he's their receiver number one, it's kind of just. I have to see more. I have to see how Jordan Love and his connection is. Whenever, they're going up against number one defense. So I don't know. We'll see.
With Micah too. It sounds like he's gonna have to take epidurals all season because of his back.
Yeah, but how much of that was actually true? Because
I think it's true enough.
See, I think that was just I'm not playing, and this is why. On top of my contract, and we haven't agreed to anything. Because he did go to one of the doctors, and they did say that he was cleared to play. So he was going to a different doctor.
You can be cleared to play, but you can be cleared to play, but you're going to be playing hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's where it gets kind of sticky too, because he wasn't practicing with Dallas, but then all of a sudden he gets traded, and now he's practicing with the Packers. That's where I'm kind of
put some icy hot on it.
Right. Was it that serious, or are you just trying to not be a part of the team because you don't want to?
So, well, do you think he would have started practicing if he got that contract?
Yeah.
Exactly. Green Bay gave him the contract, so he's playing.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. How serious is his back?
So I think if Dallas gave him the contract, he would have been practicing, playing hurt.
So you really think he is hurt?
I think where there's smoke, there's fire. It may not be as severe as some people may have seen, but he's definitely got some up with his back.
I thought it was just kind of hey, I'm not doing it because I don't have my contract. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how he's feeling for game one, and kind of go from there. But another big move is Aaron Rodgers is now on the Steelers. The Steelers have a lot of well-known names. DK Metcalf, Ramsey's over there now. That might be it. Is it? There's
a lot.
That's three people still. That's a lot of moves for 1 year. A lot of high-end names. Rodgers, DK wanted money. They paid him. And then Ramsey coming over from the Dolphins. So, and then TJ, he got paid this year. So, they made some good moves. I'm interested to see how Aaron Rodgers and I think it's what's his name, Artie Smith, how they mesh. Yeah. So, I know that Mike Tomlin. He's a winner. He's gonna do what's best for the team, but I'm interested to see how Aaron Rodgers and his new OC do.
Here's the question. As a Bears fan, would you rather beat Green Bay twice but lose to Rodgers, or beat Rodgers and lose to Green Bay twice?
Either way, you're going to get smack talk from either one. If the Bears beat Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, he's still going to say Green Bay owns you. And if you lose to Aaron Rodgers and you beat Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is still going to say that he owns you. So it's like a
Which one
lose-lose
hurts more?
situation.
Yeah, but which one hurts more is the real question. Green Bay beating you or Aaron Rodgers? And
See, I
don't
don't
let
know.
them both happen.
I don't know. I'm I I can say that I'm a distant Bears fan just because I think college is better. But I pay more attention to college than I do NFL, and a traditional Bears fan hates both of those. So I don't know which one would sting a little more, but I'm assuming as much hatred as they have towards the Packers, they would want to beat the Packers twice. That's just what I'm assuming.
I side the same. I have loyalties to the team, not players.
Yeah.
So every year, as long as we go, if we don't win any games, but we win two, both Falcons, I want them. We could lose out the other. We could go 2-15 for 3 straight years, but as long as we beat the Falcons, I won't be that mad.
And each year, he's going to say, it's the Saints' year.
You got to. Real fans say that. If you don't say that, you don't have a backbone. You don't stand on business.
That I disagree. See, I think delusional fans say that.
No.
Yeah. See,
What
real
makes
fans know what's in front of them.
No, what makes it delusion versus just pessimism? How do you think upsets happen?
You think the Saints are winning it all this year?
I hope they do. I'm not putting money on them winning it all.
Okay, see now that is a real fan. That's a real fan's answer. How you normally say to like the boys is, "Hey, money's on that. I'm putting a house on the Saints. They're winning the Super Bowl
never
again."
said I'm putting a house on the Saints. Never, not once.
That's how you act, though. You always say it's
Look,
LSU winning it all, Saints winning it all, Clippers
I don't have
winning
to
it
say they're winning it all. As long as you make the playoffs, anyone has a shot.
Yeah, but you got to make the playoffs.
But like my problem with that is 2007. One team's undefeated favorites. Another team is 9-7, barely squeaked in. Are you calling those fans delusional for saying we're winning it all? I believe in this team. Yeah, you would. I wouldn't. That's just
At the
belief
beginning
in
of the
team.
year, absolutely. At the
You're
beginning of the year,
crazy.
absolutely.
So when is it just believing in your team versus delusion? Starting that Super Bowl,
There's a difference
got a
in
team that's
believing in your
undefeated.
team.
no, I believe in my team.
You can believe in your team that they're going to get better this year than last year, and you're going to build up to that. Just like me last year with the Florida Gator football, I knew that they were not a national championship team. I knew that. Did I hope that they were going to win more games than what they should have? Yes. Did they? Somewhat. They did win some games that they probably shouldn't have, but I knew they weren't winning at all. I was looking for growth. Now this year, I'm still looking for that growth. I'm looking just for a CFB playoff team. But
Hey, your name for fantasy should be just looking for growth. That should be your name. Nah, because
but we can get to that down the road. But that's what I just think that there is the difference between believing and being delusional. Like if
I think it's right in the
If
season.
Zach came up to me and said the Bears are winning the Super Bowl, I'm saying you're delusional. The Bears are not winning the Super Bowl this year.
I would say good on you. You should believe that. Is it going to happen? No.
You are lying through your teeth.
No, I like that. I like when the fans are like, my team's winning it all. That's what you're supposed to think.
Carolina should think that.
Yes.
The Saints should think that right now.
Yes.
The Giants should think that right now.
Yes. What team doesn't want to see what fan doesn't want to see their team win?
Every fan does.
Exactly.
But you also have to know that the Giants have the hardest schedule in NFL right now. Is it going to be tough? Yeah.
How do they see? That's the kind of stuff I don't like. How do they have the hardest schedule when the schedule hasn't even been played yet? It's all on speculation of how teams are going to perform.
You're right. But as it looks from last year, they have the hardest schedule.
That makes no sense.
How does it not?
because that's last year's teams. Everyone's team is different, and you
I
don't know how they're going to
understand that,
perform until
but
they
that's
perform.
so you're just saying that nobody should have any predictions or anything that's like carrying over from last year at all.
They can, but some things hold more weight than others. That's like you saying last year, Florida had the hardest schedule in the whole country.
They did. They do again
What
this
team
year.
won the Natty?
Ohio State.
Yeah, team not even in the conference.
Okay. They did play a team that was in the college football playoffs. They played two.
And blew both out. So did Florida really have the hardest schedule? If those top teams that played them barely beat them, but then the champion plays them and beats both teams by 2+ touchdowns?
So just the champion, whoever plays the champion has the hardest schedule. So
No,
IU had the hardest schedule last year.
no, that's not.
See, like that's
No. The point is, you can say Florida had the hardest schedule, but all these other teams that are really good, playoff caliber teams, that would be a hard schedule.
they okay. So how many playoff caliber teams do they have to play for it to be the hardest schedule? Two or
If
more?
a team were to have the hardest schedule, they would play 12 playoff teams.
Okay, but the way that it's all laid out nowadays, that's not happening.
Look, all I'm saying is when people say they have the hardest schedule, that's not objective. That's subjective. Is all I'm saying.
I disagree. I think that
Of course,
I think there are teams that as you look at them and as they play throughout the year, sure, yes, you can change the strength of schedule as the year goes on. But as of looking and taking the data that you took last year, just like they do with the AP polls every year, Michigan finished unranked. They were ranked 14 to start the year this year, not doing anything. Florida, unranked to finish the season last year. They were ranked 15 to open up the season this year. Do I agree with that? No, they haven't done anything.
no one's done anything.
Right. But based off of last year and additions in the offseason, that's where they spit all that stuff out. I think, and I know you're not going to like this, I think how you finished last year is how you should be ranked the following year. Ohio State won the national
No,
champions.
I agree.
They should be number one,
I agree.
and they should go that way. But no, they didn't do that. They had Texas and Penn State ahead of them. We saw we're getting into college in the middle of football talk or NFL talk. Besides the point, it leads into NFL as well. So I think Eagles should be top of the food chain this year because they won the Super Bowl, and it should just go down like that. It should be the Chiefs next. Blah blah blah. That's where it's just you take that data from last year and then you see, well, if at least at the start of the season, if we take what they did last year, and throw them into a schedule, as of right now, as it looks, they have the hardest schedule right now, based
Look,
off of last year.
all I'm saying though is, for example, based on these metrics, Minnesota was projected to finish 7-10. They finished the year 14-3. It's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. But if
Yeah.
I was a Minnesota fan and I was like, we're going to win 14 games, win a division, make the playoffs, you would have sat there and said, you're delusional. This is
See,
a rebuilding
no,
year for you. You got Sam
see,
Darnold at quarterback. You might be lucky to go 10-7. That's your
no,
ceiling.
see, and that's where the disconnect is. I'm not saying that if you have a team that's winning 10 plus games and you say, hey, we do have a shot. Like, we have a shot to win 14 games. You're right, you do. But we're talking about a team that went, what, 5-12 last year? Bears, and saying that they're winning the Super Bowl this year? Like, not many teams make that jump. So I'm going to thank God.
What
From
do
what
you
happened
mean?
last year, I'm going to say you're delusional. But I'm saying if you're winning 8 to 9 games and you're saying, hey, we're going to be better the next year, yeah, sure. You got a chance to win it all next year? Sure, I don't care. But like coming out and saying the Carolina Panthers are going to win it all this year, I don't believe it. That's my belief.
So
That's
what
my opinion.
teams So teams just can't get better.
No, remember whenever you said that my name should just be growth or whatever? Yeah, no, I'm saying
No,
teams
that's
can
not
get better.
growth. You're literally hoping that the team grows. I'm just saying one team one year isn't the same team the next year. You can get drastically better.
I think you can go from being the
And we
worst
can
team in
go
the
from 5
NFL
and
to the
12.
best.
We can go from 5 and 12 to 12 and 5. Why is that crazy?
It is crazy. It's just a huge jump.
Didn't
It's
the
hard to do. It's really hard to do.
wait,
That's all I'm saying.
all I'm saying is they're projecting the 49ers to do it this year. 49ers went 5 and 12, 6 and 11 last year. Now they're expecting 12 and 5, 13 and 4.
Well, I
Also, the
I don't
49ers
agree.
can do it,
I
but
don't
the
agree.
Saints can't. Get out of here.
I don't agree. That's all I'm saying. All right. Speaking of all this stuff, we got week 1 kicking off in 2 days. Thursday, we got the Eagles and the Cowboys. With everything that's going on with the Cowboys, and kind of going to see how their defense is going to stack up to the Eagles, defending champions. And this year, together a little tracker. We do have Zach. He could not join us today, but that's okay. He will make his picks. We also have a college one, so he'll make those picks as well. But yeah, Cowboys, Eagles. Tavius, what are we thinking?
I think there's a lot of noise going into this game of Cowboys are going to suck. They're going to get pounded without their best defensive player. But sometimes that's all the fuel a team needs. To go out there and shock the world. And no one better to shock the world against than your long-awaited rivals. Eagles and Cowboys don't like each other. NFC North battle. Or NFC North, right? No, NFC East. They're NFC West. NFC East. Give me them boys. And I hate picking the Cowboys. But I just really like, the Eagles to just come out a little slow. And yeah, Cowboys to put it to them and show that they'll compete this year.
All right. Going Cowboys. I'm going to go Eagles. I like Jalen Hurts. I mean, he's coming back. He has a lot of his receivers coming back. Offensive line should be good. Saquon. They just have too many high-powered offensive tools, offensive weapons that I don't know. With everything that's been going on with the Cowboys and this offseason with Micah Parsons, I think a lot of that can be just outside noise, a lot of distractions. Jerry Jones and then the documentary releasing, I'm not sure how much that team's going to be together. Yeah, George Pickens is on the Cowboys now, so that gives Dak another receiver to throw to. But I think the Eagles have too much firepower on their end, and they just won't. I don't think they'll be able to pull it out. So I got the Eagles. Next up, Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers. How are we feeling about that?
I like Chargers money line here from a betting standpoint, but I think ultimately the Chiefs win this one. Chiefs offense, or I think the Chiefs in general have something to prove. They didn't like that whooping they got in the Super Bowl. I think they've used that as motivation. And it's going to be a surprisingly good game. I think the Chargers are a lot better. I'm excited for this one, and I think ultimately the proven Chiefs pull it out on the road.
Yeah, this one's interesting to me because the Chargers are getting better every year, I feel like. They've added people. This is another year with Harbaugh. I'm a huge fan of Justin Herbert. That being said, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Even though they've been together for another year and they're still growing, I do think that the Chargers will be a good team by the end of this year. But to start off, I think the Chiefs have a bad taste in their mouth how last year ended, getting beat by the Eagles pretty bad in the Super Bowl. So I think they turn around. Patrick Mahomes, he doesn't like losing. He's a winner, so I think him and Travis Kelce and all their offensive firepower, and then a lot of defensive players that are coming back this year. I think they got a little chip on their shoulder because they wanted a three-peat really bad, and the Eagles shut them down pretty hard. So give me the Chiefs. Going on to the next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Falcons.
I mean, this is like picking between do you want diarrhea or to throw up? I mean, I hope this game gets forfeited and they both get a loss. There's like a cheating scandal that
Not
comes
even
out.
like a tie. You wouldn't settle for a tie.
I mean, a tie could work in both teams' favors. I want them both to lose. But from a pure who's better, the Bucks, look really good. A lot of talented offense. We'll see if they can put it together. Not like put it together, but more of like can they click and be on the same page to start the season early. Their defense should be all right. Falcons, overhyped. Michael Penix, some might call him Penix, but I won't do that. Michael Penix, I don't know. With the 3 games he played last year, I wasn't impressed. I don't think he's going to be that good, but only time will tell. And yeah, I just don't. I trust in the Bucks more than I do the Falcons, so I think Bucks win this one.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bucks as well. I think the wide receiver that they got from Ohio State he's been doing pretty good in camp. I always think it's the one that plays for the Seahawks, but it's not. It's Ejigba. Is that how you say it?
Jigba plays for Seattle. This is Emeka Egbuka.
Ibuka. Yeah. So I've seen a lot of good things for him coming out of camp. Just adding to that crazy wide receiver core over there with Evans and Godwin.
Godwin starting the season not playing.
Yeah, he's injured, so like he'll take his spot whenever that offense is rolling with all the weapons. With Baker getting it out there, they can be a dangerous team. But I'm gonna go Bucks. Bengals Browns.
See, I'm conflicted on this one. I don't think the Browns have that good of a team. But what the Bengals did last year, opening the year off losing to the Patriots, offense getting off to a slow start, I think they credited that to not playing in the preseason because they didn't play at all and they just got off to a slow start. So it was a low-scoring game. The starters did play more to start the season, during the preseason. So I was leaning Browns, but I'm thinking that Cincinnati's starting to learn from their mistakes. I think Bengals start the year right. Start 1-0 against a poor team.
Yeah. I mean, looking at last year, the Bengals offense was high powered. Joe Burrow was doing everything that he could to try to keep that team winning. The defense just had a lot of question marks, and they just weren't as good as they should have been. This year, with the sit out of is it Henderson or Hendricks? Yeah, the whole sitting out after getting drafted was wild to me. Like, you got drafted, that's an amazing thing. You haven't really done anything in the NFL. That's for another time. But the defense still has a lot of question marks for me. But I think with the Browns, I mean, we have the same old thing, like thinking about the Browns. You just think that they're going to stink all the time. Even with Joe Flacco coming back, he brought them to, I think they were a playoff team last time he was there, wasn't he? They won more games than normal whenever he was there last. Sadly, I don't think Flacco is going to do that again. So I think the Bengals are just going to be too much offensively for the Browns. So I got Bengals. Dolphins Colts. Danny Dimes?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, who do I trust more, Daniel Jones or Tua? Give me Tua. I think Dolphins on the road.
I'm the same. I think the Colts are kind of experimenting right now. They have a lot of offensive firepower. They just don't have anybody that can direct the ship and guide it to where it needs to go. I know I'm a Florida Gator fan. I love AR, but the stuff that he did last year, I can't get behind that. Pulling yourself out, like, dude, lie. Say that you're injured. Say something's flaring up. Like, don't say that you're tired. Especially whenever, if you win the game, you could go to the playoffs, but you want to sit out to catch your breath. But I can't fault him either because he's only played 15 NFL games. Like he doesn't have much experience at the college level or at the NFL level. I mean, I've said this before. I don't know if it was on here or if it was just talking with you, but I did feel like AR needed to come back one more year at Florida. It would have been all him, could have been whatever, but he's came out and said that he wasn't going to go to Florida if he came back to college. Don't know why, but he didn't. He ended up getting picked fourth. I think he could still be a good quarterback here in the league. He just needs to figure out some things. He needs to be guided by the right people. If it's at the Colts, cool. If it's not, go somewhere else and find your footing. But right now, there's a lot of searching for him. Again, he started off camp amazing. He was winning the job and then kind of just fluttered out. The whole thing went viral with him getting blown up, and it was his job because of the blitzer coming off. But there's just a lot of – he needs guidance, and right now I don't know if he's getting much of that here in Indy. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, he has the highest ceiling to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Will he actually be that? I don't know. It's a big question mark. But Raiders, Patriots.
I think with the offseason the Raiders had, I think they'll be a little better than what people think. And yeah, I will see how the Patriots respond with Vrabel as the head coach, but I think Raiders upset the Patriots at home.
I'm gonna go Patriots. The Raiders, I mean, they have Geno, who had a great year last year with the Seahawks. They have Pete Carroll coming back in to everything. Brock Bowers had an amazing year last year. Then they're getting Genty. But, looking at that Patriots team, Drake May coming back, I think he's going to be more comfortable with his teammates around him. You got Henderson, that's going to be a rookie running back for them. He runs hard. He did at Ohio State. I don't see him doing anything different at that next level. I'm not sure how either of these teams are going to come off with the new additions on their teams. The Raiders' defense, I don't know if I fully trust, but I don't know. I'm gonna believe in Drake May and believe in that offense and see if they can pull out that win. But Cardinals, Saints. I know who you got.
Who dat? Yeah, I think the Saints are going to shock some people this year. I don't think we're going to be as bad as people think. I think
believe in the Rattler.
Well, I mean, Rattler just has to be average. And I think there's enough talent around him to where, and our defense is going to be really good. Yeah, I just think we're going to be better than what people think, and we're going to be competitive a lot. And I think we're going to shock the world and beat the Cardinals at home, and give the fans something to cheer about. Yeah.
I'm going to go Cardinals here. Just because I want to be different. I don't know. I think another year with Murray kind of directing everything, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. He gained some weight, got some muscle on him. I think I think they get the run game going a little more this year. I think that will open up more of the pass game, and I don't know. To me, again, it's a lot of question marks with the quarterback at Saints. I know that Rattler, he was pretty good in the college, but last year he was struggling. I know this is year 2 with him, and I know that you said that you guys do have a lot of offensive power with Kamara and Olave, but I don't know. I don't see if the Saints didn't believe in him to start. I can't believe in him right now. He's gonna have to prove it to me.
What are you talking about? He's named the starter.
Yeah, but they drafted a quarterback for them to be a starter, and he ended up not being
No,
what they thought.
They just drafted a quarterback because their other quarterback was hurt, and it's Rattler and who else? Jake Haener? No, you need to bring in some competition.
Taysom Hill?
Injured.
To start the season?
Yeah, he's on the pup. Well, he might be on the IR, but he's missing the first 4 weeks guaranteed. They don't know when he's going to be back. He like shredded his knee the second to last week.
Yeah, but whenever you guys drafted the quarterback from Louisville, they were looking for him to be the starter right away. They didn't.
Who's they?
The Saints.
Nah, they never came out and said that. They said quarterback competition, best man wins.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Steelers, Jets.
Steelers, Jets are boo boo.
Yeah, I think Steelers are going to take that too.
Commanders,
Uh,
Giants are
Command,
boo boo.
yeah, Commanders had a great year last year. Don't see the Giants really doing much. Jaguars. You think Jaguars? I'm gonna go
It's gonna be
Panthers.
it's gonna be a close game. I think both teams are gonna be better than what people think. Um, and right now, just based on the preseason how teams looked, I just think the Jaguars are a little better.
Yeah, I think Panthers just because Bryce Young second year there. They got another weapon on the outside, and then they also got Hunter Renfro, who's a great slot receiver. Even though that he's coming out of retirement, I don't think that he wouldn't be coming out of retirement if he wasn't ready. So I got Panthers. Broncos, that's pretty easy. I think Cam Ward can be a great quarterback. I think the Titans can turn that around. It's just going to take some time. But the Broncos, the way that they played last year with Bo Nix and that offensive power and then the defense, I think they're just going to get better and better. So, got Broncos.
These next 4 or 5, I think the Seahawks are going to be better, but 49ers are going to be better too, and I think 49ers will be a little bit better.
Yeah, I got 49ers. The Seahawks, there's just a lot of new pieces there that with Sam Darnold being there, I just don't know how that offense is going to run. I mean, the defense is always pretty solid over there in Seattle, but just kind of gotta wait and see the Niners. I think Brock Purdy had a down year last year. I mean, he just came
The
out
whole
with a
team,
new, huh?
the whole team had a down year.
Yeah, and I know that they got rid of some people, but I mean, they got some good talent that's still coming back. So Brock Purdy came out with a new commercial today. He's ready to roll. He's locked back in, line dancing with his old line. So they're one unit over there.
I think this one we agree, but I think this one Packers gonna be drinking too much Kool Aid from the media and all the attention. I think Lions have a bad taste in their mouth from getting embarrassed in the playoffs after high expectations of Super Bowl. Even though they lost both coordinators, I think just the talent's still there, and most talented team in the NFC North, and I think they prove it Sunday.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think the Packers are going to give in too much with the media and everything that's been going on. I think their heads are going to be really big getting Micah Parsons, and I think the Lions are still going to be the Lions. They were a strong team last year. I don't think that they skip a beat. I think they're going to come out, and the Packers are just going to get smacked in the mouth a little bit, get shocked, and then by the time that they are already coming back and trying to catch up, it's just going to be too late. This next one, I'm going Texans. I like what they have going on over there. A lot of question marks over there with the Rams, with Matthew Stafford and his back. He sat out for a while, so not saying that he's not going to be Matthew Stafford. I mean, he is who he is. He did. I mean, he's been playing football forever, been playing injured forever, but I'm not sure. I know that they got Jimmy G over there, and he's still a solid quarterback. I think the Texans are a overall better team than the Rams right now. So
Yeah, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because both defenses are good. Yeah, I just think Texans barely squeeze it out on the road. This will be a good game, though.
yeah, the next one,
I think
this
game of the week.
yeah for sure. This one's hard. This one's real hard. We got you're going Ravens.
I'm going Ravens just because playoffs. They got this game circled. They were a 2 point catch away from going to overtime. Um, yeah, and I think Lamar's coming back with a vengeance. So give me the Ravens. But it'll be a great game. I'm excited to watch this one.
Yeah, I am too. I'm gonna go Bills. I like the points that you said, and I do agree with them. I want to be a little different, just to be different. Either way, though, this is a coin flip for me. Either teams can win it. With Josh Allen coming back, and I know that he doesn't have Amari Cooper, but it doesn't really matter. He's got Coleman. He still has other pieces on that offense that he can use and score. So I'm gonna go Bills. Vikings Bears to end the Monday night, week one of NFL football. I'm gonna go Bears. I wanna.
The Bears.
I just
Rookie quarterback. Well, not rookie, sophomore. But first start.
first time playing
And he also
in the regular season.
Yeah, I don't know. We've been shocked at Minnesota before. Kevin O'Connell's a quarterback guru, but Sam Darnold had experience. JJ has none.
Yeah.
So I think this Bears defense is much improved. They're going to get after him. Rookie's going to see a lot of things that he hasn't seen yet. And the Bears start the season off hot.
Yeah, I like Johnson's approach, the way that he approached the preseason. Even though I know that it was against people fighting for roster spots, the schemes and stuff were still there. Like, even though it might have been basic and stuff, but it was just a little bit. And for the Vikings on the offensive side, they do have one of their receivers missing for serving a suspension. So I think that does hurt a little bit. Even though that they got Jay Jets, he's questionable as of right now, but I'm sure that he'll probably be good to go before the game. I don't know. I think the Bears do pull this one off, and I think the hopes are high for the Bears going into the season. But we're just gonna have to wait and see how it all finishes up. Yeah, those are our week one predictions. Go ahead and let us know what you got for the first week of NFL. If you agree, disagree, if you like our takes on either one of them.
Let us know which teams you're sleeping on, not getting enough credit for.
But that is all of NFL. Now time to go into talk about a little bit about week one, college football, surprises, not surprised, and then go a little bit into week two. But first, we can talk about our teams. What do you think, Tavius?
Well, I mean, you should just go and speak for 30 seconds because there's not much to talk about with your team. You look good, dominated a bad team.
I don't know if we looked good.
You scored 55 points.
To start the game, we did not look that good on offense. Defense, we looked phenomenal. We held LIU to only 2 first downs, one in the first half, one in the second half. Now, they could have had 2 more. The wide receiver dropped the ball, and then the ref may or may not have placed the ball a yard short or not. But defense, I was very pleased. I just hope that can lead on to this week. But offensively, DJ looked that I knew I was scared at the end of the season last year because he had such a great year to start, and then at the end, the last 2 games, he looked like a freshman quarterback. I got nervous at that point. Tulane, he played good enough to win the game. He was putting the ball in very dangerous situations. He was playing like an actual freshman. And then the Florida State game, again, it was just not the same DJ. The start of this game, he played the same exact way. It was the first play, he got sacked. Instead of throwing the ball away like he knows he should and like he normally does, he held on to it, ran for his life, got tackled. But there's a lot of pieces that we have coming back, and we have a lot of pieces that we got in the offseason that I'm excited for. Sturdivant from UCLA. Trey Wilson, he's coming back from injury last year. Nell Brown, a true freshman, first freshman to start since Callaway, and actually only the 3rd freshman to start with Percy Harvin and Callaway. And he didn't disappoint. He had an amazing one-handed catch. But offensively, I think if we can get into the swing of things early, get where we need to, play ahead of the chains, we'll be fine defensively as long as we can tackle and play up to the talent that we're playing. Again, we can be one of the best teams in the country, but that's also one thing that is awesome about playing a smaller Division One school. You can play them and look phenomenal, and then you start to play in conference and you start to play teams that have a higher caliber players and just teams in general, and you're not playing to that level anymore. So I think after watching last week, this week playing South Florida is a better test, and I'm okay with us playing them because I think it's a wake-up call from playing LIU, and I hope that they do really smack us in the mouth to start, and we adjust. Because I tell you what, man, week 3, y'all are looking good. Y'all are looking good. Again,
Yeah.
that one will be at the game, so I don't know. We'll have to see, but I'll let you know how I feel after next week, kind of how I think week 3 will go. But kick it over to you for your team.
Yeah, I mean, I knew we would have looked better than we did last year, but I didn't expect us to look this good. Sure, we only scored 17 points, and we had 2 fumbles. However, we were more balanced, and Garrett didn't put the ball in danger. He did once, and we got fortunate, but for the most part, we looked like more of a complete offense. And some of that is Clemson has a great defense. They're going to make plays. We're going to make plays. But I think as the game went on, our offense was looking better and better. I don't know what you think. I don't think you watched the game, but that catch that they said was incomplete, it should have been a touchdown. I mean, I don't know how you don't call that a touchdown. The ball crosses the plane and you hit the pylon, you step out. That should be done. Touchdown. This whole surviving the ground thing should be before the touchdown inside that's cool, but once the ball crosses the plane, it's no longer survive the ground. That's touchdown.
Yep.
As long as you're not using it as you're going out.
Yeah, I didn't see that exact play. I did watch a little bit. I was at a birthday party, but I did overhear whenever I was watching. There was one game. I think it was the North Carolina TCU game. They were talking about that play, and the analyst or whatever tells it, he called the same thing too. It was like the rules analyst or something. He was like, I'm telling you what it is. This is a catch. It should be a catch. It is a catch. Whatever they say, if it's not a catch, they're wrong. But he had the same stance about that catch against the LSU and Clemson. He said that call last night or on Saturday night should have been a touchdown, but he had control of it, crossed the plane. That's a touchdown. But they didn't call it that. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's college football. We're back at it. I mean, it's unfortunate, and you guys got away with the win.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm more shocked at how good our defense looked. Like I said, I thought it was going to be better, but man, we looked athletic, fast, assignment sound, multiple 3-and-outs. We played well at all 3 levels. So, like I said, it's week 1. I mean, their offense could have played better. Our defense made enough plays. So it's not like, I know I texted in the chat, we're winning the Natty. That was more before the game started, looking at other teams, we have the best quarterback in the nation. So as long as we play smart football, and we keep playing consistently like this on defense, I think we have a good shot. Like I said, though, there's a lot of overreactions in college football. I don't want us to be one, so I think we have a good tune-up game, work out some kinks on offense, start moving the ball, just keep up the techniques on defense just to get ready for Florida. And I think Florida's going to be a great test of, was week 1 a fluke? Are we going to wake up for that game after having a down week playing Louisiana Tech? Are we going to have that discipline? It would be a great test.
Yeah, I think your guys' defense finally looked the way that you guys normally, like your defense normally looks, especially with Weeks and Perkins, and your secondary is now not yet so young, like they have experience behind them. I think that's what I was like, kind of expecting you guys to play that way. Um, Obviously, you guys played a lot better than what I thought. Cade Klubnik had no time. Man, he was just running for his life, which does makes me a little nervous, but at the same time, for like, I know I'm hopping from ahead to week 3 against us, but it does make me a little nervous just on your front line. But then I think about ours. We have a lot of returners on our offensive line, so I'm hoping that we can handle it. I should have a better idea again after next week because I'll tell you what, man, South Florida looked good.
Yeah.
They
Well,
looked good. They seemed a little scattered on offense, which I know everybody's talking about their quarterback, but on defense, like they seemed like they were flying around. They were physical. On offense, I think it took them a while to get going, but then once they did, it was a little better. But yeah, I think next week will be a good test. It's not just like a cupcake game. It's gonna be we're gonna have to put on our helmets and really strap up and play some good ball, at least to start, and continue to go.
I mean, we'll see because DJ is a little bit more mobile than Cade Klubnik, and that'll be our true test of like, can we handle a mobile quarterback? They'll continuously try to run them and use read option, RPO, get them out the pocket. Can we handle it? So we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, we can kind of speed through last week or this following week, and our picks from last week, and then we can go into week 2. All right, so any other games? I can just go ahead and talk about this one right here. That one was boring. But I will tell you what, the way that Ohio State's defense and Patricia kind of prepared for Texas, phenomenal. It was an NFL defense out on a college football field. I don't know if you were able to kind of look at some other clips, but they would show man to man and go into zone, and they were talking about it today on the Pat McAfee show, and it's like even NFL quarterbacks take 3 to 4 years for them to understand that kind of defense and really find the keys and really dissect it that way. Um, and that whole game, I thought Manning was just holding on to the ball way too much, just way too much. But now, after looking at some of the videos and the defense that they were showing, I get it. I mean, it's better to hold on to it instead of throwing it into danger, which he did once. But yeah, I was expecting a little more back and forth with this team, but man, Ohio State, their defense looks scary. Their offense looks questionable, but their defense looks scary.
See, I think despite that, I think Texas fell into a trap we fell into a lot last year. Situationally, like overall playing better than the other team, but situationally on fourth down, just not making that one play. Like being able to not score on the one. I don't know why teams can't consistently score on the one against Ohio State. I just it's something. They got the mojo, but I mean it's that and also 4th and 3 in the red zone. Like there's just gotta have plays and they didn't have them. So I think Texas didn't look as bad as people might have talked like they did, but Ohio State doesn't look as good as what people think. I think that defense is susceptible to points. It's just there's just better execution on those fourth downs. I think like both look like playoff teams for sure.
Yeah.
Both defenses look great, but they're beatable teams. I'm excited.
Alabama, Florida State. I don't know if you want to touch on that one. All I gotta say is Alabama does not look like the same Alabama that we're used to. Um, a lot of question marks at quarterback. A lot.
Yeah, see, the reason why I picked Florida State was because what did Alabama struggle with last year on the road? Run defense. The teams that beat them ran the ball extremely well. Gus Malzahn is the OC now at Florida State. What does he like to do? Run the ball. And I just figured Kalen DeBoer, like great coach, but I don't think he's a fit for SEC. And the overall team just looks undisciplined. And the worst thing you can do as a run defense is be undisciplined. So I think it was just a recipe for disaster for this team. Florida State isn't as good as people think.
I agree. I agree. I want to see Florida State really play against somebody that's put
We'll see if
together.
it's or
Yeah,
like a team that has a really good
Miami.
defense.
Yeah,
Because their defense looks solid, but their offense, I mean, there's a reason why Castellanos got beat out at BC. I think
yeah.
people need to pump the brakes on Florida State, but also Alabama, they'll rebound because they just have talent. But Kalen DeBoer's just not the guy, and
And I feel. Just go ahead.
it's just tough following a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
It's just
And
tough.
I feel like all year last year, this is how Alabama was, right? They'd lose to teams that they really
You
shouldn't,
shouldn't.
but then they'll turn around and they'll play out of their minds.
They'll
And
beat
like
Georgia.
as right, they'll play like as a team and like how they should. And it's I don't know if that's just a DeBoer thing or if that's just like a player thing. I
That's
don't
just a
know.
sign of an undisciplined team.
Yeah, and it's just obviously if he doesn't turn it around now, like I hate to say this, but if he doesn't turn it around the way that Billy turned it around last year,
He's out.
yeah, he's not. The way that what Billy did last year was phenomenal. I don't know how he did it or what he did, but if he had to turn it around, otherwise he was gone. And he did. And if the board doesn't do that, Alabama is not. I mean, Florida and Alabama's fan bases, I can say, are similar, but Bama might be a little more impatient than Florida's. And Florida's
Well,
are impatient.
they've had more longer sustained success. So they're just,
Absolutely. Right. Right. So,
I
other than
mean,
that one,
other than
very,
that, I mean, North Carolina looked awful.
yeah, I mean,
TCU looked good.
yeah,
Georgia Tech beat Colorado. Expected that. Georgia Tech's a solid physical football team.
you know,
I don't think Colorado's got that.
Colorado did take them to the line, down to the wire,
Why?
which
For
I
sure.
was shocked. Um, Even though I did pick Colorado, I mean, I believe in Dion and I believe in the players that he has, and that actually told me a lot about Colorado. Like taking Georgia Tech, who's a veteran team that's been, I mean, they went into what 9 overtimes with Georgia last year, so like Colorado's still a good team. Like keep them, I would keep an eye on them, but I don't know if you saw California's quarterback. Nice, that dude
He's
is
good.
nice. Yeah, he's from Hawaii. Dude, he get a chance if you get a chance, go ahead and look at those highlights. He was throwing dots out there. Um, so it's a good replacement for who they had last year. I think he's better than who they had last year. Who I think he's at
Crazy
Indiana
name.
now, huh?
Jerron Kaway Sagabalut Tele.
Yeah, but
And he's a lefty.
yeah, dude, he was putting the ball right on the money.
Sounds like he's the next Tua.
Um, but other than that, just wanted to touch base on the Notre Dame Miami game. Miami and Notre Dame. I mean, I give credit to Notre Dame for fighting back, getting back in the game. Their defense kind of woke up in that second half. I don't know what they were doing in the first half, but yeah, I mean, I'm interested, huh?
Not enough.
I'm interested to see how Miami plays with a team that's ready to go right from the get go. Um, I know Carson Beck is a good quarterback, but I still have a lot of question marks from last year. He threw the ball in danger a lot. I think he got bailed out this past week, just because he has wide receivers that can catch the ball even whenever it's up in the air and not really right on them. So I don't know. I think the if Florida if Florida can manage to go into that game for what 3-0, I would like to see that matchup. Even actually, you know what? Even if they go in 2-1 and lose in Baton Rouge, I still would like to see how they bounce back. But yeah, I don't know. I think Notre Dame's fine. If I'm a Notre Dame fan, I'm not freaking out. Like it's just you were down. What it was like 7-24 or something like that, and they like came back. No, it was 14-24. They were down 10, and they fought back, and they lost by 3. Like you guys are fine. Hey, CJ Carr is his first time playing. He was running around like a chicken with his head cut off, but he was still making plays. He just needs to get more comfortable with the setting. But yeah, I'm not too worried if I'm Notre Dame. I think they have Purdue in this coming up week, so it won't be as hard of a test, but it will still be a test. I know Purdue didn't look that great last year, but still gotta treat them as a good opponent and take care of what you need to. But that's all the only other team that I really wanted to talk about. I mean, South Carolina defense looks great, offense Sellers looks good. I take they have 2 very good people, both on one on offense, one on defense, and so they can cause some havoc. I didn't know if you had anything.
We'll see what's up. B-Tech was solid, but they didn't play as good as I thought they would. So jury's still out in South Carolina. We'll see.
But to end the week 1 predictions, your boy finished with 23, Zach finished with 19, and Tavius finished with 21. It's crazy because we usually do a deadline before the games kick off and everything. We filled it all out. I don't know if you went back and changed it right before the deadline, but there were some teams that I was on the fence with, and I'm glad that I made my decisions. So
we'll bounce back, boys. We'll bounce back.
See if I can do it again this week. Speaking of this week, let's go ahead and look at this week. Week 2.
There's a lot of bad games, so I'm going to quick fire these.
Yeah, I mean,
Penn State,
same.
Texas, Florida State, Iowa State.
This is kind of
Even though it's a rivalry game, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. That's Indiana. They look suspect.
Yeah.
Tech, A&M, Ohio State, Georgia, Oregon, Clemson, Ole Miss, Kentucky. Starting out SEC play, but Kentucky struggled against a Toledo team. So
yeah,
Tennessee.
This is going to be
Is this upset city?
Could be.
I don't think so.
Utah looked good.
They looked all right.
They looked good. I mean, I know UCLA isn't anything special this year, but I think they looked good.
Ooh,
I ain't gonna do it.
Mississippi State. We're gonna talk about these games.
Michigan, Oklahoma.
I was thinking Michigan, Oklahoma. It's like Bryce Underwood. Can he handle a road game?
Yeah.
Against a much improved Oklahoma, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think Oklahoma is going to be stronger than last year, and I think Michigan, freshman quarterback, he's going to be tested here. Oklahoma's a hard place to play once it gets rocking. I don't know if Michigan's going to be able to handle it.
The real question is, can Mississippi State hold off Arizona State at home?
I think they could. I clicked through that one quick, but I can't. I thought about it. I did because I don't. Oh, excuse me. I don't think Arizona State won easily last week. Like I feel like they had a couple hiccups. Mississippi State and Grambling also went kind of toe to toe for the whole game. So I'm gonna stick with Arizona State. I think they're gonna clean up some of their messes from last week.
Mississippi State.
All right. Upset City.
Missouri.
I'm gonna go Kansas here. Colorado. That one's easy.
Going Delaware.
We'll go Vandy.
Vanderbilt. K-State. You're not going to ask why I'm going Delaware. They were a great FCS school. Moving on up to FBS. They're a good football team. I think Colorado, I'm going to overlook them.
Hey, you're giving up on Colorado this year, huh?
You know, Deion doesn't have his kids playing for him. So different.
I don't know. After what I just said about him, I can't go against him. So I'm telling everybody to keep their eye on him because they went toe to toe with Georgia Tech. So I think Kansas. I know they didn't. They played who? Fresno State week 1. They didn't. I mean, they played really well, but I don't know. I don't know anything about Missouri this year. So we'll have to see if Alabama loses to UL Monroe. DeBoer's leaving immediately after the game. So
He might not make it home, unfortunately.
But these are our picks. Let us know what you guys think. If you agree, disagree, or if you have any sleeper teams out there. Let us know how your team's doing. If you have a college team. This game's kind of sneaky. At Duke. This game's
Sneaky.
I don't know. I think Illinois Duke's sneaky. Put a star by that one. If it's not, forget that I said anything. If it is, remember I said something.
Look at him. He can't even stand on anything.
I'll stand on it. I think
If
truly
you
I
want to
think
stand on it, pick him.
I just think it's gonna be sneaky. I don't know if they're actually gonna
Pick him. Pick him.
to add a little flair to it. Duke.
There we go. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, Tavius is just wanting me to do it so that way he can get closer.
I
our
picked Delaware over
picks.
Colorado. What are we doing?
You just fought for them. Why are you saying that?
No, but I'm not taking the easy road here.
Yeah, I know. Wait, Tavius.
Oh,
Why
see,
did you?
man, I just am so used to winning. I know the winner.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you? Are you?
We were one game away. Stop it.
2.
No, you know the conversation we had.
Could have been 2 games or 1 game away.
But yeah.
But all right, we'll move this over to
Yeah.
Tavius's name.
Maybe we won't have to because I'll just go perfect 25 for 25.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do that. Have you ever gone 25 for 25?
No, but this is a good week for it.
It would be a good week for it, but I don't think it's happening. But
Hey, I think we just all know Zach's getting last. He's getting last. That's what it is.
dang, you want to talk bad about him? He's not even here to defend himself.
Hey, when he's here next week, hey, good luck.
All right. Well, that's all for this episode. Appreciate you guys coming back. Again, we're gonna try to make this just a weekly thing, just one video a week. Let us know if you want to see more. If you want us to go back to 2 days a week, if we can make that happen. And let us know if you just want us to keep it up. Maybe have some surprise guests. We got some friends that are all in different types of conferences, Big 12, ACC. So let us know if you want their perspective on their conferences and stuff. But other than that, again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.
See ya.